What's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass here, Mass Aquariums. It's Sunday. The Patriots are on in a few hours. I got wings in the oven, sausage, peppers, and onions in the oven. Beers are getting on ice. I'm ready to start the tailgating process, if you will. And figured I'd give you guys a little reef updates on my two reefs. I got some frustration going on in the 40. Oh, saltwater. It's just, it can be very frustrating. As you can see, the 10-gallon is doing amazing. You know, I think I'm about 3 years in. Not really sure the exact date, but it's coming up on 3 years if it hasn't already passed. And everything in this tank is just doing really well. I do not do a whole lot to this tank at all. Water changes once every 5 weeks. Maybe 6 weeks. So it's not neglected. It runs, you know. I have noticed since my emerald crab rolled out, I do have some bubble algae and some biopsis growing on this rock. To tell you the truth, it really doesn't bother me all that much. Look at the mouth open. You rarely see this guy's mouth open on this plate coral. He's usually like super inflated, but I dropped a pellet in for the shrimp and it landed like right on top of it, and about a half an hour ago, and it's gone. So he probably used his little fingers there and worked it all the way down to the mouth. But that's just crazy beautiful as well. It's weird. Nature is super weird. Got myself a baby skunk cleaner shrimp to replace the coral banded shrimp that I took back. The clowns now are being hosted by D-Love's mushrooms over here. They always sleep in there, and before they were on top. I think that coral banded shrimp was torturing them. But this tank is, you know, it is what it is. I got a little bit of green hair algae, and it doesn't bother me. I pick it off here and there. Like I've said before, I can get some emerald crabs in here or some turbo snails and take care of this like really quick, which I've done in the past. And then what happens is there's nothing for them to eat, and I have to supplement them, and then there's just more input than export. I'm sure you've all heard that. If your tanks have more nutrient import than it's exporting, then you're in for a world of hurt, really, on your tanks. But this tank I am pleasantly pleased with. Everything is doing great. It looks great. It's just a nice little ecosystem, and I am going to start putting a few more soft corals in here. Nothing fancy, and let this thing just do its job. So let's go over my aquarium box stuff. My aquarium box boxes. I got a load of boxes to make. Let's talk about the 40 for a sec. While this tank is extremely different than my 10-gallon, there's a lot to this tank that's doing well. The bubble tips are constantly splitting. As you can see, this one is devouring my leather coral. I'm going to do a water change tonight and try to frag that and move it. So, what is frustrating about salt water to me? I've had corals in this tank that have been doing great for so long, and then just out of the blue, with no change in regimen, no change in water scheduling, change schedule, no dosing, like as stable as you can get for a fish tank where I don't screw with anything. And I'm having corals just like some are thriving and some are disappearing. For example, my beautiful torches, out of nowhere, this one on the left, completely stripped. Of course that would go off right now. This beautiful green torch, it's not even open today. Same with this one over here, it's just starting to strip away, right out of the blue. My bird's nest, which has been growing forever, is starting to bleach out like crazy. Now, is it because it's way too big and it's consuming way too much, and I don't put enough in this tank to keep up, or what? It is bouncing. It looks actually way better than it has looked, but I'm afraid I'm gonna lose this giant bird's nest, and it's frustrating as all hell. But I do have corals that are thriving, but some corals are just like, they just die, and I don't even get why. I'm not an expert. It's very frustrating. Saltwater can be extremely frustrating. I'm doing my best to keep an eye, and I'm actually testing now with the Hannah Pro checkers, the digital checkers, and I do my water changes every 7 to 10 days on this. I'm thinking about maybe doing 2 water changes and see if that extra boost in minerals will help things out. But I don't know. I refuse to get a dosing pump, and I refuse to get a skimmer, so you know, I'm making my own bed. But I guess we're just gonna have to see what goes on, and whatever corals thrive in this, I guess that's the corals I'll be buying. Whatever corals don't seem to go well, I'll stay away from. And I think an important thing to learn when you have any type of tank is if you're not willing to really challenge yourself, then you've got to go with what works and be happy with it. And you know, I got way too much stuff going on to experiment on a tank and hook up dosing pumps and whatnot. You know, this is what it is. It's a low-tech saltwater tank, and it can be very frustrating. At the same time, it can be rewarding by, you know, looking at the tank. I am rewarded at how it looks. I'm just frustrated at some of the corals that strip away. Like, I'm gonna lose this torch. I know it. I don't know why. There's nothing around touching it. But one minute it looks beautiful, and now it's just, you know, it's sucking back in its skeleton, and in a couple days I bet you it's gone. Hey, look at here. Thought I lost this guy. Oh, there he goes, underneath that coral. He's probably being tortured. Ha! I saw this cave, and I was like, who's digging underneath there? Oh, maybe it's that diamond goby I got a few weeks ago that I haven't seen. And it is him! Sweet! So he's alive. So, I mean, I am pleased with the way the tank looks. I'm just frustrated with how 1 minute everything can be perfect, and without warning and nothing changing, you know, it's just, things die. And there's a reason behind it. Things just don't die for no reason. I just am frustrated that I can't find out what the reason is. Coral warfare, yes, when corals touch that shouldn't touch, they can sting each other, but those torches have nothing around it that would cause it to strip away like that. It's just very frustrating. So I won't bore you too much on this Sunday. I hope your football team wins in whatever state you're at. Enjoy the time with your family. Enjoy tailgating. Enjoy Sunday football. Thank goodness that thing stopped. Don't forget to go check out our new e-commerce store, shop.myaquariumbox.com. We've got a new fish food line that is amazing. I'm loving it. And we're getting a lot of orders, and I hope you guys try it out. And don't forget to go get yourself a My Aquarium Box, folks. I'm out. Go Pats.